Texas whiskey is one of those whiskey categories that I haven't gone heavily into because it's such a polarizing demographic of whiskeys. But I'm trying to spread my wings, try a few things that I have not yet tried, and what better way to start off with going into that realm of whiskey than to start off with a bourbon that won some awards. Some people think it's good. Today, whenever the heck you're watching this, we're getting an Ironroot Harbinger. Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and today we are getting into Ironroot Harbinger. Shout out to Jake Varner for donating this bottle to the channel so we can do a review on it. We appreciate you so much, and thanks for watching. Ironroot Harbinger is a Texas bourbon coming from Ironroot. It is 115 proof, and it is aged at least 3 years and comes out to be roughly $50-ish. So, you know, take that as you will. $50 for the realm of Texas whiskey is really freaking solid. So, you know, this could be awesome. Again, I didn't personally purchase this, so the internet says it's $50. That's about the best I could find on the pricing. So I hope $50 is right, but we're gonna judge it off of $50. If I'm wrong, you know, leave a comment down below. And first pour. Again, this is Texas bourbon, 115 proof, 3 years old, which is pretty young, but again, Texas. Who knows? Let's get into this. Ooh. That's interesting. So this is one of the main reasons I really wanted to start trying and tasting more Texas whiskey. They're unique and interesting. I've had some that I love, some that I hate. We'll see how this one goes. So far on the nose, I'm digging it. Super sweet caramel vanillas, brown sugar, molasses. Little bit of like a dried fruit leather, a maraschino cherry, but it smells very, very sweet. It's fruit forward, very sweet. It almost smells finished in a way. I know it's not finished, but it smells like it would be finished. That leathery, it's like a super sweet fruit leather. Like it's like if you took like a leathery like apricot fruit leather or something and you just covered in like molasses or syrup or like brown sugar, something of that nature. It smells so sweet. It's insane. But there is that like dense like oaky leather in the background as well. Super sweet though. Again, like a candied peach ring, fruit leather covered in syrup. And then obviously just a little hint of like an oaky leather, which is very typical for Texas, for me at least. So no surprise there, but let's go ahead and get on the palate. Ooh, this gets intense on the palate. On the palate, those flavors that were on the background of the nose, like the leather, the oak, a little bit of like nuttiness, it's coming out, but not like taking over the palate. It's kind of standing with the other flavors. So I'm getting a nice little bit of like still that apricot fruit leather, a lot of like brown sugar sweetness, but again, like leather, a nice oakiness, a little bit of like an almond nuttiness. But again, super sweet, very viscous. I can feel it still like on my tongue. Finish, I would say moderately long. Very, very good. Let's get on a second sip. So on that second sip there, I'm getting like a really nice like cinnamon roasted almond, little bit of leather, and just that fruit leather, like that dried fruit. Like not chips, but like that dried fruit, like candies almost. So good. A little bit of like a peachiness, but it's kind of like a peach skin almost. Not really that like peach candy that I was getting on the nose. It's more of like a peach skin where it still kind of tastes peachy, but it's more like earthiness and I guess darker, more or less. You know, I'm enjoying this. Let's go on third sip. On that third sip there, it's getting super jammy. It's turning into kind of like a peach, apricot, fig preserve that's like spread on some toast with a little bit of still that cinnamon almond note, but like as if you're eating both at the same time. Freaking good. Finish really nice. It goes into that jammy fruit and oak. It's really good. Goes on for a while. I would say medium long finish. Overall, this is really good. And this might be one of the few Texas whiskeys that I can honestly say I freaking enjoy this. This is a great whiskey. Grading time. Overall. In the realm of $50, which again, I hope to God it's $50. Again, this is donated. I didn't pay for it, so I'm not used to not knowing what I paid for it and whatnot. But the internet says these should be around $50. So I'm gonna go with it. $50, which honestly, that's a steal. This is really good whiskey. This is like, I don't want to necessarily just go out and say it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I think this is like the equivalent of like 1920 Old Forester is to like the Old Forester and just normal like Kentucky bourbons. That's like that, or this is like that is for that, and but for like Texas bourbons. Jeez, I'm getting all tongue twisted. But like I would compare this to, because this is clearly Texas. This has Texas written all over it. So I don't want to compare it to 1920 per se, but where 1920 fills that realm for Kentucky bourbons, I think this is kind of that rich, viscous, overpowering, but also easy, nice, approachable Texas bourbon. It's not overly aggressive, which I'm really surprised. 3 years old, Texas, I thought it was going to be over oaked. It's not. It's freaking wonderful. So I'm just going to give it a solid A. I think it's really freaking good Texas whiskey that is priced appropriately. You know what? I'm going to give it an A+, just because it's Texas whiskey, because I know Texas whiskey is insanely expensive. Every Texas whiskey I go after, or I've tried, is at least $70, $80. More or less. Other than like the Balcones stuff, and Balcones I haven't had that much luck with. I found one that I'm like, dang, I really like that. And other than that, I'm like, yeah, they're okay. But like every other Texas whiskey is super expensive. This isn't. It's an A+. It's fantastic whiskey at a really affordable, great price. So A+ all the way. I know a lot of people aren't sleeping on this, because normally I'd say don't sleep on this. And I know this is a hard bottle to find, or it's like kind of limited when it pops up. People buy them up like crazy because, well, I understand why. It's freaking fantastic whiskey. So, Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans as a whole gives Ironroot Harbinger. And this is batch 216. Batch 216? This specific batch? A+. Freaking get it. But don't buy all of them. Leave like one so I can buy one. Like, come on. I want to buy more. But that's going to be a wrap for this video. Please, as always, do us a favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys thought about this video. Let us know what you guys think about this bottle. If you have a bottle in the realm of Texas whiskey that you think is better than this bottle, leave it down below. You know, I want to try more. I want to get into this stuff. So leave it down below. Also check out the Instagram, the Facebook, and our Patreon. The link for that is down below as well. We appreciate you guys for all your support. We'll see you later.